Gav, not the result we wanted at the weekend, but plenty of positives to take after going toe-to-toe for much of the match with a really strong Jersey side.
Yeah, we showed some massive character in that first half. Jersey, down that development cycle with their players. A settled team was a very strong set piece, and I thought, we could have been looking at a sort of heavy gap at the half-time break, but due to our character and sticking in there, we give ourselves a fighting chance. But ultimately, you've got to give Jersey credit. It was a quality performance from them. The two sin bins from us, against an opposition like that. It's hard then to stay in the fight, but proud of the character we showed. Obviously there's areas we want to improve quality, that's obvious, that's a thing we're striving for all season, so we look to flip the focus now to the Cup. A few changes, a bit of freshness into the squad this week, and let's get back on track.
Like you say there, a shift of focus as we move back into the Cup this weekend, where we have made a good start in our pool. We'll talk about the team in a moment, but does it bring that welcome freshness to the week? Does it change how we approach it?
It does. It's obviously league rugby is your bread and butter, and we know we've underperformed. We're not where we want to be, but look, development, there's no exact formula to that. We've just got to keep hammering home what the key areas are. One big improvement is the scrummage. I think if you looked at a benchmark to Jersey at the start of the season, to where it didn't give Jersey that foothold it did away. So look, we just got to keep level-headed around where our performance is at. Keep chipping away at the right areas, but this week gives another opportunity for a fresh group of players to put their hand up and take us to the next step.
Speaking of that freshness, there's certainly that in the team selection this week. First starts of the season for Josh Williams and Morgan Nelson. Steele Barker set for a first appearance of the season off the bench, and Jared Hayler in line for a Mene debut. Those guys have been patient, haven't they?
They have. Some great characters that you just mentioned, and Josh has been simmering on some appearances off the bench there. Jared, has really been patient. We're very fortunate with our back row, but look, he's chomping at the bit to get his appearance. And then Steele coming back from injury. Yeah, look, there's even off the bench on the weekend, the likes of Ollie Atkins, Will Gibson, Harvey Beaton, I felt give us a good impetus off the bench on the weekend. So things are growing. We're not seeing them in W's yet, but we're hoping that balance will tip.
Richmond returned for a second visit to the Mene this season and a return leg in the Cup. 2 wins for us so far, including probably our best performance of the season up at the Rag. Still a team to be wary of, though.
They are. And look, for us, Richmond coming here is keeping our performance level up at home. Although there was a loss on the weekend, I do feel it was a step forward for the group. And again, it's like going to the boys to put their hands up. The new, not new faces, but fresh faces. Morgan Nelson, I didn't mention, it's a big opportunity for him. Another man who's put a lot of hours in on the training park, on his set piece work, and I'm looking forward to seeing him perform as well.
I'm sure you won't like me asking the question, but home again this weekend and a chance to really cement a home semi-final. Is the prospect of that home semi-final, or maybe even a home final, something we've got our eyes on, and how good would that be for the club?
There's got to be an aim. Like, obviously you aim to do a lot of things, but you've got to go out and show it on the weekend. So we've stressed to the team how important a semi at home would be here. Create another occasion, keep the season alive. Look, the league campaign is what it is. You're giving your pecking order, so we'll get to that when we revisit that, because we still want to climb the table there. But having a fresh focus this week, with some fresh faces, seeing what the depth of the squad, see what that's developed. We're keen to put a performance again in front of our home fans, and get a bit of possession this week. We've lacked possession the last couple of weeks, so looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it too. Cheers for your time, Gavs.
Cheers.